All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kwadash. I want to give double honors to that apostle. That is a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. I want to do a video on this. Video entitled Man Calmly Proves His Point with Harsh Truth. From the title of the channel is Beast Mode Smooth Reacts. He's actually reacting to a podcast with these three Jake men that you see on the screen, and they're actually speaking to two so-called black women, which you don't see them, but they're on the outskirts of the table, and they're going into Esaw's strategies and agendas against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, primarily you so-called Negroes, okay? And I'm going to play a couple clips from this video, and I'll leave the link in the description box as well. And, I'm going to stop it periodically and bring out some scripture. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
So what I'm saying is a woman has a particular role, and if she doesn't play that role, there's no family or no family structure. Mm-hmm. A man, the black man, has a role he has to play. If he doesn't play that role, there's no family or family structure. So you've been taught that you're maintaining a child is raising a child as a single mother. So you're thinking that, food, clothes, and shelter, it's not raising a child. That's maintaining a child. To raise a child, you need man and woman in that household. You need a coalition of masculine and feminine energy working simultaneously together. But just because you get support from the government, you mistake the maintenance as the raising, and then now the child is up because that.
Yeah, and these kids are all fucked up in the head, man. Okay, look at the society that we live in, man, which the majority of you so-called Negroes were raised in a single-parent household. Okay, you were raised, by the black woman, and look at the outcome of that. And this has all been set up by Esaw Edom. When you go to the Willie Lynch letter, which I got it right in front of me, and I'm going to go to page 20. I want to read just a little bit from the first paragraph. It says, both the ninja female being without influence of the ninja male image, frozen with an independent psychology, will raise their offspring into reverse positions, right? And we still see this happening unto this day. It says the one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable. We negotiate with her, through her, by her. We negotiate her at will. Okay? This is talking about Esau negotiating with the so-called black woman. It says we negotiate with her, through her, by her. We negotiate her at will. And this is still going on. Okay? It said the one with the ninja male offspring, she being frozen with a subconscious fear for his life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. Now, in a few years, when these two offsprings become fertile for early reproduction, we will mate and breed them and continue the cycle. Okay? So this has ultimately been set up to be in a continuing, ongoing process for years and generations to come, right? It says that is good, sound, and is good and sound for who? It's good and sound for the so-called white man. This was set up to benefit him and further destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? It says that is good and sound and long-range comprehensive planning. Let's read that again. And long-range comprehensive planning, okay? So this goes into Esau's secret counsels, right? And we'll get that in a little bit. Let's continue on this video.
Daughter doesn't see a man in the home, so she doesn't know how to be nurturing.
And I'm going to say another thing. A woman cannot raise a son, all right? He needs that male father figure in his life, for instructions, for guidance, for discipline. You woman can't discipline, your son by the time he gets to age 11, 12, 13 years old. Hey, these kids is in the 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" range by the time they, hit 12, 13 years old, man. Okay, which, by the time they hit 12, 13 years old, technically they are a man, you know, but in society, they're still categorized as a child, you know. You need that male father figure in his life, to ultimately raise that son. And Esau knows this. That's why he is, you know, sought out to remove the man from the Israelite household. And that has been, the beginning of the dismantle uh, uh, and dysfunction of the family household amongst you Israelites, man.
For the man that eventually, what I'm saying is Section 8 is the thing. Nobody's on Section 8. The government assistance that the black woman receives as an independent has been strategic. And her receiving that has developed a mindset that to this day makes that woman comfortable that she has an option of independence that was created. So
Yeah. Section 8, these various different benefit programs that Esau has set up for these women to, you know, be able to use in the event that they make sure that they don't have a man in the household. Okay? We'll be able to put a roof over your head. We'll be able to put some money in your pocket. You just keep that man out the house. All right? You can still deal with multiple men, and you can even get pregnant by them. And in the event of you getting pregnant, you can capitalize that off of that too as well. All right? That's the serpent whispering into Eve's ear once again. Okay? That you can be you know, that you can be a slut in the streets and benefit off that, put them on child support, make sure you get pregnant, and you can put, your 3, 4, 5, 6 baby daddies on child support, and you can get a nice little check every month. And on top of that, you can write off your kids on their taxes, and every year you'll get more money, to the point that some of these women aren't even working jobs. They're just living off the money that they receive every month from child support and the various different programs that they, government programs, so to speak, man. Okay? Let's go to Psalm 64:1 real quick. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words." And Esau uses you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, to push out his various different agendas, man. He uses the leaders of our nation. He uses Jake, that got a little bit of talent, and he gives him a little bit of money, gives him some fame, gives him a voice, gives him a little platform, and then gives him the words to say to the rest of the people. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? And this is what this guy, I believe his name is, well, I believe his, YouTube name is Smart. Might even be his real name. I don't know. But, and this is what he's going into. Okay? Basically going into the destruction of, the so-called black family. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay? And Esau's playbook against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is very, very deep. Okay, let's continue on.
So again, I'm not to that. You got money. You have. What I'm saying is this is why I say how I say it, right? I'm giving you the context. Section 8 was a real thing. If you take care of this kid, a black man can't be in your home. You're gonna get this check, but he can't be here. But hold on. But the government.
Yeah, some of these benefit programs that are set up, you can only the woman can only receive them if there's no man in the household.
Government didn't require the white farmer wife to remove her husband, and she got subsidy from the government. So the white man was allowed to stay in the home when the white farmer wife got government assistance. But the black man had to leave the home when the black woman got assistance. Now, fast forward to today, okay? We deal with all types of
Yeah, so you flip it to the side on Esau. Esau didn't require, his people to do the same thing that you so-called blacks had to do. All right, the so-called white woman was able to receive aid and benefits and enter into certain programs with her still being, under the roof, under the household, and still being involved, with a man. Okay, still being in a relationship, even to the point of possibly even being married under the government. Okay.
discrimination as black men in terms of getting apartments, getting cars, getting homes, getting things in our name. Way harder for a masculine, heterosexual black man to scale the corporate ladder than it is for homosexual black man. That's true.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Not only has Esau set up things for these women, but you know, Esau has set up things for these homosexual men. Okay, and it's a lot easier, I should say, or maybe I'll use a different word. It's basically there's things that have set up that are geared towards helping homosexual um, men more so than heterosexual male. Okay, concerning jobs and various other things. Without saying too much. Um, and it's a lot harder. Being a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American male that is heterosexual. To get a job, get a loan, you know, do various different things in society. Okay, and that's just facts. All right.
Yeah. To scale, and this is about this. So you understand the strategy of the colonizer, the strategy of the oppressor. Then we can stand against it. Right? I'm not here to pass judgment on a black woman. However, I'm aware how she is utilized in this race war. I'm not here to pass judgment on a black. I'm aware of his lack of.
Yeah, Esau is utilizing, our women against us. Okay, and ultimately this all goes back to the curses. Let's go to Micah, the second chapter, and the first verse. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." All right, Esau's been set in a rulership seat position. Okay, pursuant to Job 9:24. So he's calling the shots out here. All right, for a period of time. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." All right. So the oppression is against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Now let's go to the order that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set up, which, the majority of our women are against, and you do have a high percentage of men that are against as well. All right, we saw that heavy during this whole presidential election campaign, right? You know, you got men voting for a woman, you know, men supporting all these feminist rights and, you know, the feminist movement, okay? This is and I'll close out on this. This is First Corinthians 11 and 1. It says, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Yahushua Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you." Concerning the orders, all right? Verse 3, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua Mashiach is Yahweh." All right, so the Lord set it up for the man to be the head of the woman. But in this day and age that we live in, Esau has basically turned everything upside down. And he has set these women up over the man. Like the scripture says, the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man, and that's been accomplished. Okay? That's came to pass. These women have been set up over us. They can more easily get a job. They can more easily get a loan. They can more easily get, you know, pass for all these different types of, you know, programs and benefits and, you know, all different types of things, you know, and it's a lot. It's more of a struggle, you know, for the Israelite man than it is for the Israelite woman. This whole society is geared, you know, towards women, you know, from healthcare to jobs, you know, to everything that we deal with, you know, in our day to day activities. Okay, it says, I'm gonna read verse 3 again. "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua Mashiach is Yahweh." All right, and that's the order that the Lord has established that the majority of our people are against. Okay, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.